We start with some breaking inputs coming in right now. The Mumbai police sources have responded to the Disha call records news break by Times Now. They claim the phone has to be switched on to collect data from it, be it by the Mumbai police, any agency or by the FSL. And when the phone is on, there could be incoming messages and calls. Those are not responded to and are noted down for investigation. This is the official version, at least what the version we've gotten from our sources within the Mumbai police. They say that it has to be switched on. Incoming calls are not answered during that particular period. Kajal Iyer joins us now from Mumbai. Meghna, my colleague, also joining us from the big screen. Kajal, I'll come to you first. This is what the Mumbai police sources are telling Times Now. They say that any agency, be it the FSL or the Mumbai police, will have the records. The phone has to be switched on. They also claim that any incoming calls during that period were not answered.
Yes, they did not talk specifically about this case, but they are saying that this is a protocol. So when I asked them, they said that the phone has to be switched on if at all any data has to be downloaded or any data has to be cross-checked. For example, if they want to verify the call data records, or if they want to see what were the last few messages, even for a preliminary investigation, even before it is sent to the FSL, when they are going through that, the phone has to be switched on, and once it is switched on, of course, data will be consumed, and there could be certain incoming messages and calls which are merely noted down. They are not really responded to, and they are noted down to see if there is any thread that they get from it for investigation purposes.
All right, that's what the Mumbai police sources are indicating to Times Now. Meghna, let's come to you for a bit now. This is, of course, a big news break. The fact that she died on the 8th of June. Until the 17th of June, there was some activity on her mobile internet.
Absolutely. What we've managed to access are the records of Disha Salian's and phone, and this is what's important. This is the 8th of June, when you can say the internet usage of that day was about 3,420, and it's got similar internet usages in the days before that also. What's interesting is on the 9th was the night when her body was found. It was found on the intervening night between 8th and 9th. On the 9th, the day after her death, is when, interestingly, the internet not only was used, but it also stepped up. It went up to 57,330. So can the Mumbai police also explain why was the internet being used, but it was used much more than she would have used as well? So clearly there was a lot of activity, not just switching on a phone to receive one SMS or two SMSs or any WhatsApp calls. There was active usage of the internet, much more than any other, because earlier also, when she would have been alive, she would have been receiving a lot of messages. When you receive messages, if you're not making typing out messages, if you're not making any calls, then your internet usage perhaps shouldn't have been this high. Look at the rest of the days when it is being used. On 9th, on 10th, on 15th, on 17th, intermittently you can see there is usage of the internet from Disha's phone. Now, we've spoken to several of the top cops as well, who've explained to us the protocol. Now, the DGPs has said that nothing explains the police using the phone. As you can clearly see here, the internet was used. Nothing explains. If the phone was in custody, it should have been handed over to the forensic team. Did that happen, or was this yet another botch-up? Those are the questions Mumbai police cannot escape now.
And the CBI must investigate this angle as well, even though the Mumbai police sources have suggested this is protocol. Thank you, Kajal and Meghna, for those inputs. Moving on to the other